What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. We're at 440 subscribers. Help us to get to 500. Thank you. Okay, so we did Venus trine Mars. Let's do Venus square Mars. Ooh. So you ever date someone that feels like you're in a rom-com and a turf war at the same time? That's Venus square Mars. It's not love at first sight. It's love at first side eye. Actually, no, it could feel like love at first sight, but you almost equally can feel an edge between you two very early on. It's one part attraction, one part tension, two parts what just happened. You're not sure if you're soulmates or rivals in a very romantic gladiator match. Because Venus's connection, its charm, its affection and sweetness, and Mars is instinct, drive, conflict, motion, put them in a square, and the whole relationship feels like, oh, I'm into you. Then why does talking to you feel like an emotional dodgeball? This isn't a slow burn, cozy type vibe. This is why are we both yelling at each other, also holding eye contact like we might kiss or start a revolution. In Synastry, when two people have this aspect between them, it's electricity mixed with tension. There's chemistry, undeniable, often magnetic, but also static. You reach for closeness and bump elbows, metaphorically and sometimes literally. And here's what astrology doesn't always tell you. Tension isn't the problem. Misunderstanding it is. Venus square Mars is like being drawn to someone whose very way of loving clashes with yours. But instead of running, something inside you goes, this feels like growth or chaos or both. I don't know. Let's find out. It's not dysfunction. It's activation. This aspect reveals how you express desire and how someone else triggers or disrupts that. You're pulled in, but the energy asks you to navigate, not just coast along. Like, oh, we're doing real intimacy? Okay. Let me just unlearn 15 years of defense mechanisms real quick. And this is where the deeper psychology kicks in, even if you don't call it that. This kind of connection shows you yourself, your needs, your instincts, your patterns in love and conflict. It's desire with a side of excavation. Because sometimes you don't really know how you deal with frustration or how you ask for love until someone else is doing it differently. And you're both staring at each other like, wait, you show affection by roasting people? Yeah, and you? I write poetry and cry at commercials. It can get intense, but intensity isn't inherently bad. Sometimes it's just the pressure that cracks the ego shell and lets the real stuff out. Real life example? I had this one relationship with this aspect, amazing chemistry, great laughs. And every disagreement turned into a dance-off of core values. Not fights exactly, more like emotional fencing. We cared, we just didn't speak the same love dialect. One of us would reach out gently, the other would respond with a full TED talk and a spreadsheet of feelings. Neither was wrong, just different forms of wanting connection. But that was the gift. It made both of us more fluent in the other's language. It sharpened emotional tools. And isn't that what good love does? Not just feel good, but grow you. So if you're in a Venus square Mars dynamic, it's not a red flag. It's a red hot mirror.